All right, we are live. How's everyone doing this fine Monday evening? Hope everyone's day has been good so far. Very much a Monday. Not bad, but made me work for the day. But we're here, ready to continue our playthrough of FireRed. Started this last Friday, so we'll continue making some some progress today, see where that takes us. But yeah, kind of got a good team set. So far we're deathless through Brock, and we're just gonna keep on rolling. But again, hope everyone's had a great day so far. What all did I do today? Woke up, had a nice workout, did upper body today. Gotten a little bit of a run as well. Then just kind of got work, got some stuff set up to record shorts tomorrow. And here we are. Welcome in, full counter. Welcome in. Hope you've had a great day. And hopefully Monday didn't treat you too rough. But we'll go ahead and heal up. I'm not going to buy the Magikarp, because one, there's ample opportunities to get one later, and two, it's just not a great, not a great addition to the team, to be honest. There's just better water types that I think will be more likely to be added to the squad. Day off, so if you had worse Monday, fair. We'll take a day off. Nice chill start to the week. It's been very windy and stormy today. Daisy, out from under there. There's too many cables. Move. But yeah, it's been very stormy and windy pretty much all day today. So thankfully, nothing too major. Probably a couple downed branches in the yard, but that's about it. And yeah, just a lot of rain, which is a-okay. You immediately switch to Pidgeon. That's when a Geodude appears. We've been fighting Zubats all along with Mankey. But that's okay. We'll get some levels through here. She is a dog. And I'm from the Southeast US. So yeah, good Stormfront rolling through here. Go ahead and just keep KOing them for the free experience. Later on, as we get to decent levels, we can run, but no sense in not getting maybe some evolutions today as well. I need to check Misty's level so I know I don't go over the level cap, because don't want to cheat. Have I done one before? I have not. I've played through a lot of the games, done some randomizers, but have not actually done like an official Nuzlocke before. I've seen plenty, but I have not done one for myself. But fingers crossed, it has started off pretty good. Got through Brock pretty easily. That being said, Brock's very easy in just vanilla Nuzlocks, because just get quad effective special attacks. It was, had some good food. Sorry, I'm messing with these sleeves. This shirt is old, and it has shrunk a little bit. So the sleeves are like weird. But yeah, had some good food. Got some work done on the garden, getting it kind of set for the season. And yeah, just caught up on a lot of shows, but Welcome in Base today has been terrible. I'm sorry to hear that, but glad you were able to make it through. My day's been very normal, I would say. It was definitely a Monday, but absolutely could have been worse. I'm always partial to the dome fossil as well. I don't know. I feel like Kabutops is just way cooler. I know a lot of people love Amistar, but I don't know. Always been partial to Dome over Helix. Let's do that. And we're doing our go-to of just kind of swap through the whole roster to give everyone a little bit of experience. True. Yeah, I think that might have just been it for him, where Lord Helix got him all the attention. He's about to evolve, I believe. So that's good. But yeah, I don't know. Kabutops just looks more intimidating as like a strong mon. Guess Hoop to finish it off? I don't know. I know this waters down the experience so much. But again, for some of them that we aren't even trying to switch train, I feel like this is kind of necessary. Cool. Yeah, Mega I think got overdone. Feel like they could have done something with Mega Fossils in Legend ZA. I feel like even if it was just Aurorus and Tyrantrum, I believe, just give them a Mega. Since that, almost like the whole shtick of that game was introducing new Megas. I feel like they could have done something with that. They didn't give any a Gigantamax either, I believe. So, like, yeah, fossils kind of get dropped, then never touched again. Yeah, they could have done something. I mean, there is Mega Aerodactyl, but that is it. I mean, yes, that is it in terms of any Mega. Well, that's not going to get annoying. And they're just putting us right to sleep and probably about to... Nope, I was about to say they're about to start double slapping, I bet. Let's get that off, just in case they do keep sleeping us. Because don't really want to deal with that, personally. The mixed fossil was very interesting, but like I feel like it got so brushed under the rug that it never got like the attention it deserved. Like I love the idea of the mixed fossil where there's all the different combos, but I don't know. There wasn't really much they did, and They weren't great in that gen. Okay, I was about to say, if we get hit 5 times, we might just die here, but that would have been unfortunate. Fair. And I feel like most games there's only the 2 like fossil mons, while Aerodactyl was just kind of thrown in as well. So I feel like it does kind of get grouped differently. No sleep powder. Copium says, oh yeah, they totally will. Fans have been waiting for that for years. They'll definitely... I think it's next to 0% chance of them having voice acting. I don't know. I think that... I don't know if they're ever going to bring voice acting into Pokemon. I think they're kind of too set in their ways of like, no, we don't have that. I don't know. I might be proven wrong, but they are very kind of set in stone, and it's not like they don't have the technology or budget to have done it already with like ZA, or like the technology's there, so it's not that problem. So there's got to be some reason they're like set in stone of not doing it. We'll see if we can evolve, evolve our Bulbasaur. Try to combine evolve and Bulbasaur into one word. A fan back, but like, I don't know if there might be, but like, I don't know if people would be upset if they added voice acting. I feel like it would actually just only be good for the game. Like, I don't see, like, a big downside to it. Okay, I was about to say, that might hurt a little bit after a tail whip, but we aight. Alright. No, he doesn't have any flying moves, so we'll just throw this up and I guess spread some experience, because he has Astonish and Leech Life. And it's bad Leech Life, so we are A-okay. I know it's only a Zubat, so it's not a ton. True. And like, I feel like the happy medium would be like some voice acting. Like, kind of go with the Persona approach of like key cutscenes, voice acting. Every single fight or wild trainer, you don't need voice acting. So like, I feel like you could strike a balance of both. Like, you don't need to hear your trainer call out every single move in fights. Now, this is coming from no idea about anything coding. I feel like if you did that and threw in captions, you just could have like the same option as the captions, just key moments, all voice acting. Like, you could have a few different levels. That too. And again, they have the technology. They did it in the early 2000s with Pokemon Coliseum. They took steps backwards in terms of animations, which is wild to me. And then they started doing less with them when we got the 3D graphics. Hoop is putting in the finest of work getting us through here. Just dealing with all the Zubats. Because they are a nuisance, to say the least. I don't mind fighting all these Parises because we got quad effective and can just get free levels from it. I did. I think I played through it once. It wasn't my favorite. But I see why a lot of people liked it. And I feel like that's what's great about the Legends games, is since they aren't like main series, they can try and be a little bit different. Welcome in, Isaiah. Welcome in. Nah, Based is going to be the best Golbat, though. That's the difference. These Zubats just can't compete. One of these, immediately swapping out. For exactly that reason. I mean, I know we can't really do much to it with our attacks. Because steel typing, but... if we could get a safe swap to Mankey, maybe. But we're kinda low health with them already. And don't really want to risk it personally. Because there's not really a need to. Can't say today, but good luck on the run. Thank you, Gurfy. Appreciate you stopping in. It was one of my first ones as well, and still to this day, one of my top favorites. But hope you've had a great day so far. And the rest of your evening is great as well. What do we got? Okay. You would think they would. Because those games were just like a whole other level. Brand new, updated graphics Pokemon Coliseum game. Voice acting would easily sell for $80. Like, I think, without even batting an eye. I never got into the Mystery Dungeon games, but I've heard only good things about them. Like, they're just way more story-driven versions of the main series games. Alright, first evolution of the run. Gale of Darkness. Well, Gale of Darkness is coming to Switch 2, correct? If it hasn't already. So that one's getting released, but they just kind of forgot about the first Coliseum. They were just like, just release the second one. We don't need the first. Go. I believe we'll get Hoop evolved here as well. Or is he level like 18? I think so, unfortunately. Because I don't think the Switch 1 gets like the GameCube. I don't even like the previous console like games with Switch Online, I only think Switch 2 gets GameCube. So I think that would be the issue there. But it will be free, I think. It won't be like Fire Red and Leaf Green, where you had to pay for it. Do our go-to, though, when we're fighting Metapods. Just spread pretty much all the experience we can. Because it's kind of the only time we're able to get Caterpie much. Just topping up everyone's health. No, Daisy, don't go under the table. There's too many cables there. Move. Too many cables. You don't... I know there's a storm, but it's just wind. You'll be alright. There are way too many wires for you to be under. Let's go. I think we started with Hoop out, so we'll just go to Knight to finish things off for us. And get his health back, because that doesn't hurt either. And he might get a level as well. Top 3 favorite legendaries and mythical, just based on design. Suicune, in no particular order. Suicune's up there. Rayquaza, I think, might be up there. I know a very basic answer. And maybe Mewtwo. Very basic answers, I know, but I feel like they were just the right amount. Exactly. An absolute classic, and it's just like, you know what? They knew when to stop with the design. Like, they didn't just keep adding stuff. They were like, you know what? Simple, green dragon, done. Covered all the bases they need to. Alright, I'll probably go back and heal, just because we're running low on PP already. Exactly. His original form, the Pokemon movie with Mewtwo, just highlighting his OP design, I think just makes it even more nostalgic. And yeah, I think Pidgey's like 18 or something when they evolve. So we still got a couple more levels, but we got plenty of experience to go. And Zubat can't quite hurt us, because they only have Astonish and Leech Life. Favorite starter, Bulbasaur. Just the OG grass type. It's out of frame, but there's a Bulbasaur like right there on the shelf. That's currently wearing a cowboy hat. Top 3, I would say Bulbasaur, Squirtle. Now I'm trying to figure out the last one to round it. It's not Charmander. Bulbasaur or Squirtle? Maybe Turtwig. Weird choice, I know, but I don't know. I feel like he kind of gets overlooked. Here's our Lugia, Zacian. Excuse me. Zacian and Galarian Moltres, solid. And Palkia, potentially. Let's do this. Let me check what level Misty is, so we don't go over leveled. FireRed gym leaders. We're multitasking while we fight because I don't want to get over level. Misty is level 21. Okay, so we're good. And we do have the Nugget Bridge, which we could do before or after her fight. I mean, yeah. Like, I like what they tried to do with the origin forms and, like, trying to make them more like Arceus. But they just kind of turned him into nightmare horses, which, I don't know, isn't it? Alright, keep making our way through. Running into Zubats every 5 steps. You cannot, cause I mean, no, cause you lose if you white out. I was gonna say, like, if you just would have one Sackmon on your team and you have other mons in the PC, like, you could. But nope, when you white out, you lose. You doesn't matter if you still have ones alive or not. Franchise, yeah. The franchise stays making interesting decisions. They love making quadruped legendaries, but refuse to let starters stay. Like, on 4. Which is kind of wild that there's such a stark difference. Every single starter, they're like, nah, it's got to stand up. But legendaries, nope. Yes, Calyrex, I think, is who you're referencing. Where it literally is just, it can ride a horse. Can we fight you? We can fight another Zubat, so we'll do that. Alright. On the bright side, we're getting to the point where we can one-shot the wild mons, which will make our life go a lot smoother. As Hoop continues to level up. Did we go far enough? We did. I was expecting just more normal types like Clefairy, but Oddish works too. We're getting Hoop way leveled up. Take that. I mean, might as well if it ain't broke. We could have done some swapping, but I think Bellsprout gets powder moves, and I just didn't want to have to deal with statuses and all that tomfoolery. Because we can heal out of battle, so it's not like we would die to poison. But if we just didn't have to deal with that, that's a-okay with me. They're level 18. Okay, I thought so. I just didn't know 100%. And they'll really be one-shotting. Well, that's annoying. Let's do one of these. I imagine it would. I don't see why it wouldn't carry over. We have not. We came close a couple of times, but haven't had too many worrisome encounters yet. Trying to get Myth some levels as our Rattata. Because again, I feel like having a not hard hitting, it's a Rattata and Raticate. We'll be honest there. But having a stab quick attacker, I know we do have Pidgey too. But like, I don't think that would be bad to have. Just to clean up some KOs if we do lose someone. And we can't swap because we're wrapped, I think. Yeah. Downside with Rattata, if I remember correctly from whenever I played last, is he doesn't learn Cut. Is like the one downside of like the main HM you need someone to learn is Cut. Because I don't really want to teach it to Bulbasaur. Yeah. Not everyone can live up to Zigzagoon or Bidoof level of learning every HM. Take that. A little bit of dark coverage. Don't remember if... Who can learn this? Can Venusaur learn Thief? Downside is it's a special move, because good old early game special physical split. I would love to have it just as coverage for psychic types, but doesn't really benefit anyone that can learn it. I mean, we could throw it on Mankey and give a special attack that he can use his like 2 special attack stat to hit with. I mean, could work. Not this previous one, but I have watched some in the past. But I did not have the time to sit down and watch this past one. I know a lot of people boycotted it because of whatchamacallit. The firing of the casters. A Boston t-shirt? Yep, Boston strong. Because pretty much if you're a runner and you visit Boston, you have to get the shirt. You were born in Boston, but US Boston, aka the real Boston, or a fake Boston in the UK. Even though that's probably the original Boston. Take that evolve though. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised I feel like a lot of those older cities on our East Coast are... Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, all our old cities on the East Coast are kind of stolen names. So it wouldn't have been the most surprising. Immediately swap out. And we don't even need to Leech Seed, we just one shot here. Yeah. They just couldn't take any criticism. Like, I get it. If you're like an ambassador and like you represent the game and you're kind of bad-mouthing it. Like, I get it from the business standpoint. But Unite really just was like, nah, you can't talk bad about our game. Our game's perfect. There's nothing wrong with our game. You're fired for even suggesting as much. But, yeah. It's interesting to see the play style of teams that are fully coordinated. And then you jump into solo queue and you're like, okay. Our team can't even all rotate to Groudon together. Wow. These pro teams are pulling off perfect rotations all game. We said level 21 for the next gym. So, we are good on that. We can do some of, whatchamacallit, Nugget Bridge. To get levels. Oh good, a revive. That is very useful in a Nuzlocke. Not messing around with that. Yeah, not trying to lose Mankey, because they're one we might keep on the team long term. And throw one of these on him. Just to be safe. Keep on keeping on. I think Pidgeot might be the only, or Pidgeotto, not Pidgeot, might be the only one that's near the level cap when we get through here. So definitely we'll need to get some levels, because we'll be leaning pretty heavily on Ivysaur for Misty. Lieutenant Surge will be interesting. I mean, we got Ivysaur still, who does still resist electric. I just don't know if we'll be able to, like, get a Diglett leveled up in time for it to be viable. I mean, we could, but at the same time, Ivysaur might be the play. And just keep leveling up the ones we got. Because other than that, ground's really only useful for Koga, and half his mons have Levitate. It will be tomorrow at 6:15 EST. We stream Unite Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then a Let's Play, which right now is the Nuzlocke, Mondays and Fridays. These encounters every 3 steps, you know. Don't miss that. I still think maybe the worst just vanilla game to play through encounter-wise had to be just black and white. With the Roggenrollas every step that all have sturdy, so you can't even just one-shot them. So it's just like absolutely a nightmare getting through caves. And I know, yeah, use repels. We played different things. Last series was Persona. We've done Red Dead. We've done Mass Effect. Hogwarts Legacy. So it just kind of varies through different RPGs mostly. Next will probably be Persona 4. Unless something else pops up or it's like, oh, that would be good. But we still got a while before that. That was part of the reason I'm doing FireRed and Leaf Green now, because we're just coming off of Persona 5, which is was like 110 hours. So it's like, you know, I don't mind playing a little bit shorter of a game. Yep, we did the whole trilogy based. I would like to swap, but we don't have any good defenses, so we're just gonna keep piling experience on Hoop. This is gonna be a controversial take. I have tried Fallout games. I can't get into them. I've tried multiple, I don't know. I'm just not a fan. And I know they're amazing games, which is unfortunate, but I've tried multiple times to, like, even just in my own time, play through them, and I'm just like, this isn't my personal favorite, so I always just fall off playing. Let's do that. Same with, what is it, like Outer Worlds or that style? Yeah. I've never played Fire Emblem, so I don't know. Or Xenoblade, so I don't know. Would check them out, though. Let's do this. I don't hate that missed. Downside with them is I think Grimer gets Liquid Ooze, so we can't even, like, Leech Seed them and go that approach. Will do. Fire Emblem is Nintendo exclusive, right? So I would have to get it on Switch, I believe. I might be... Okay, I thought so. I mean, I knew Fire Emblem was Nintendo because Super Smash Bros. The characters are in that, so. Don't really need Whirlwind, if I'm gonna be honest. Favorite food-based Pokemon. Okay. Trying to run through. There's like Vanillite, there's Tatsugiri. I'm blanking on others. I know they're out there. Smoliv. Applin, Diplin, that line. Alcremie, true. Yep. Of those, I would say Applin. I don't know. Just a derpy apple turtle. Can't really go wrong. Is Petron technically food-based with like being mochi or I don't know. I know it's not food, but like Poltegeist and Poltergeist. Look at that, Based taking down a 5 levels higher Coughing. Just with a slight assist of the Leech Seed. Swirlix, okay. Because Swirlix goes to Slurpuff. Well, we have 71% on Helix, so that is what we will go with. Nope, gotta follow the poll. I'm biased towards the Dome Fossil, but 71 to 29% is a pretty resounding win for Helix. I don't really want to mess with the whole cute charm nonsense. So we'll just do one of these and finish the job. Yeah. Hydro Pump and Surf are way better on them. Alright, we made it through. Let's swap you to the back for now. So we can start getting other people some levels. True. Sure. We'll give him Mega Kick. Why not? It's better than Scratch. Even though it will miss every time we try and land it. And we'll go Mega Punch over Scratch. Just kind of up his damage output a little bit. Don't know if we'll ever actually use him. What is this looking like? He's 85. Why are they such bad accuracy? 85 and 75. Which means like a 20% chance of it actually landing. Because if it's not 100%, it's 0% pretty much. I played Rogue, like the browser one, but not the actual roguelike that was designed in like these graphics. Oki Rogue was wildly popular for like that month. Like, it was immediately what everyone played and just kind of disappeared, unfortunately. I'm sure they're still doing work on it. But let's get an encounter. Well, we already have one of that, so shall re-encounter, but first grab some experience from it. Just so we can Mega Kick for Snorlax. Probably smart. That is a very high power move. Okay. Have an Ekans. Don't love it, I'm gonna be honest, but we'll catch it. We already have a lot of poison on the team with Venusaur and Zubat. But I guess we can start throwing some of these. I mean, we could... Ooh, I need to buy more. We could replace, like, Rattata with Ekans, but I just don't want to double down on our Psychic weakness. And wildly, Arbok backwards is Cobra. Name this after full counter. And continuing the trend, Muck backwards is... I don't know. I don't know how to spell, so I don't know what it is backwards, but... Very unfortunate. Like, I like that they were clever with Ekans and Arbok, but just very unfortunate choice with the other poison types in the same generation. We'll buy some items and kind of clean up our bag a little bit because we don't need revives. So just do that. Buy some more balls and buy some potions. We'll buy 5 of those. We've got plenty of those. We can still only buy base ones. That should be enough. We only have 2 encounters north of the bridge, so we should be alright. There's something back here, right? There it is. I knew there was something back here. I just couldn't remember where. But we'll save those for late game. Alright, maybe we should have done a little bit more prep and checked levels before just jumping into this, but we'll be alright. Okay, he's level 17. We do need to be careful with using Hoop here, because we can only get him 1 more level. Grimmsnarl. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they did a really good design there, but I just wish it wasn't as slow. He has 0 speed. Don't like how much health Pidgeotto took from us. I'm gonna be honest. So let's do one of these. We could Leech Seed, but I feel like, yeah, we just two-shot him anyway. That was Gen 8? Yeah, that was Sword and Shield. Yeah, they kind of... Grimmsnarl looks a lot more like a Digimon than a Pokemon. So I absolutely get what you're saying. Okay. I think we live 1. We get a little dicey here. But we'll try and do it without having to sack anyone. Do one of these and see. Now, I think the crit mattered there. I'm gonna be completely honest, I 100% think the crit mattered. I do not, like, I know we were a low level, but I don't think we get one shot there. That, yeah. This is gonna hurt a little bit, because it was also Blaze boosted. But thankfully, if we lost Hoop, we would be in a lot of, sorry, based. Might be our first death, but we won't talk about that. Yeah. I'm standing on the claim that the crit absolutely mattered. Absolutely mattered there. And Abra only gets teleport, so get Myth some levels. Alright, and just clean up here. Well, our first death. Unfortunate. On the flip side, no hate to Zubat, but we do have poison types to cover and flying types to cover. Okay. Well, now we look to see who we add to the team, I guess. Okay. It's our death box. Go ahead. Nope, I did want to continue. Place our poison type with another poison type, I guess. I know we've got the coverage already, but yes, it is Moonstone. And for now, I'm saving that in case we do get like a Niddo. One of the Niddos. Just because I feel like those would be a better use for our Lone Moonstone. On the plus side, we can now start getting some levels. And then we can take on Misty. Hopefully without further incident. And we can't go over level 21. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I think we're safe. All we do need to worry about is our, whatchamacallit, Pidgeotto. We can't rely on them too heavily. Okay. Gonna do... swap right to Ekans. I don't really want to get poisoned. This is just going to be a very long fight. I feel like Wrap will do more. It's not stab, but it's not double resisted, so I think we keep going with that and slowly whittle them down. Wouldn't mind having like Bite or really any move that's more than 20 base power. Personally, I mean, I wouldn't hate that. I know we're asking for the world there, but because personally, that would be a nice addition. Alright, and we can go to our tried and true method of Leech Seed, then swap through the squad, get everyone some levels. Everyone but Pidgeotto, because they don't need any. We were out with them already, so we don't need to swap back to them. Bright side, Mankey will level up. Right after this Mon. Don't remember when they evolve. I think it's in the 20s, so we aren't even pressing for that yet. But I don't know, wouldn't hate that. That could be good for Surge. I don't remember if Surge has Magnemites or not, but that definitely wouldn't hurt to have. These, and that is everyone. Welcome in, Emmy. Welcome in. Hope you've had a great Monday so far. Now we just start tackling. I don't know if we'll get a level up from this. We should on the next Mon. I mean, fair. But made it through it, so that is a win regardless. Really just shifting them down one health point at a time. But this should do it. Almost. The Leech Seed will. I don't know what I was expecting from a Caterpie damage-wise. Okay. Look at that, getting level ups on all of them. Yeah, if you don't grind, like, levels as you go, it is an absolute nightmare to do after the fact. With no speed up, no rare candies, no EXP share always on. The Versus Seeker and the group of bikers on a cycling road are pretty essential on like past playthroughs when I had to get a lot of levels. Just because it's a group of like 8 of them. We were already... No, we were out with Caterpie. Yeah, I just wish there was a better way. Or like higher level trainers in a group like that that you could like keep rematching. We'll end with Ekans out. Just so we don't get poison pointed by him. Yeah, because it's inside, I think. Even though it's like in a cave, right? But like, I don't know why you couldn't in a cave. Because you can bike in a cave, so it's not like it's inside. I don't know. It's weird. It is weird. They really want to be like, nah, you've got to slowly level up. Now just start. Or not start. Now it's just the waiting game. But yeah, trying to have an equally leveled up team is near impossible. And I think it's really funny. You see why a lot of Nuzlockers lost before they started just adding in rare candies. Because they're like, you know, we aren't going to sit here for hours and hours and grind up. So they were just going under-leveled. Oof. Yeah. That's not fun task, to say the least. Look at that, we got a Metapod. No hate to Butterfree, but they'll probably be one of our early swaps off the team. If they got like Stab Bug, maybe, but bug moves don't really exist. Exactly. I mean, they'll be safe. No worries, no worries. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening as well. Fingers crossed. I don't know if we'll hit Legend, but we'll make a run at it, though. Let's just stay in and see what happens here. Look at that. Never worried. But now we will switch. And continue spreading the levels. How much will that do to us? On the bright side, we can at least use Poison Sting on him because it'll be neutral. But what we might do is just switch because this is going to take years. We'll see how much Poison Sting does. I doubt it will really do anything because we're a level 10 Ekans. So I think what we're gonna do is just a quick swap. just to speed things along a little bit. And doesn't hurt getting Bulbasaur more experience, because they'll be probably our carry for the next 2 gyms. So definitely don't hate giving them another level or 2 before jumping in. Well, I was going to tackle again, then swap into someone just to clean up. But 1, they growthed. So I feel like even just a Vine Whip wouldn't be great into a Rattata. And 2, they wrapped, so we couldn't switch out anyway. So, guess Ivysaur just gets all of that experience. We'll keep making our way through the bridge. We could have gone and healed, but we weren't really low health. I feel like we just immediately swap here. That being said, I don't know how much a Sandshrew can do, so we might use them for experience as well on other Mons. Don't hate that Leech Seed is up if they're going to start just sand attacking, though. Do that, and swap out to someone. Maybe... I mean, we could swap to Metapod, but, like, I don't want to keep throwing experience into them. So, do that. Keep leveling up our Rattata. Because sometimes just stab quick attack will be all we need in some of these fights, as it does 0 damage to them. But Poison and Leech Seed are doing their job. And look at that. Crit to end things off. And Daisy. Okay. On the bright side, we know they only have Wrap and Poison Sting. So I'm not too worried. Well, that was a lie. They also have Bite. Now I know, but... not doing much because Bite is special in this game, because why wouldn't it be? Even though it still triggers contact. Meloetta is the best mythical Pokemon. I could see that, but welcome in Vileplume. I was never big on Gen 5, so I don't have like too much attachment to it, like nostalgia-wise, but I don't know, I always thought it was really cool switching forms and whatnot. We'll heal up though, just to be safe, as we continue our slow journey across the bridge. Head on up, then we can get our 2 encounters after these fights. Get some last minute levels before Misty, and probably call it a stream. Don't know how long exactly that'll take, but should get us about to that point. love that. I think he does get Peck. Like, it is still only a Nidoran, so I think we're fine. But Focus Energy, Leers, a Crit Peck. I still don't think would one-shot us. Maybe that's Copium. Getting closer to being able to one-shot us. So hopefully Tackle just... Playing with fire. I was saying hopefully Tackle just finished the job. That would have been a tragic turn of events. So, thankfully we don't need to deal with that. Okay. We're gonna Leech Seed and get out immediately. Because our defense is buns right now. I think I'll just swap to Ekans again so we don't have to worry about being poisoned. Swap to them and Wrap and just residual damage our way through the fight between Wrap and Leech Seed. Maybe not. If a single scratch is going to take half our health. I think we're just going to swap her right back in. Since we aren't leered 4 times now. Yep, I feel like that was the safe play. I think we would have been fine keeping Ekans in unless they critted, but already lost him onto a crit today, not trying to do that again. Yeah, not overly anxious to repeat. Again, Ekans I don't think will be like a permanent team member, so it wouldn't be the worst loss, but even so, you don't want to lose anyone. We'll go ahead and jump into this. That is a little worrisome. Only reason I went to Ivysaur over Pidgeotto is fighting's neutral on Pidgeotto. So it's like, let's go to the one that resists, only for them to only Fury Swipe. I think Vine Whip should do enough. Okay, I do think we need to swap. Because if he lands 5, I think we die to that. So... and now he's only going to land 2 just because... Yep. Just because we were overcautious. And guarantee the outspeed. Not taking any risks. And again, we got to be careful with Pidgeotto because they're almost at the level cap. Not like we're going to use them against Misty, really, but don't want to break any rules. What I'll probably do is get Ivysaur leveled up to like level 19 or 20, then fight Misty, just so we don't need to worry about getting over-leveled on this route. So we'll probably fight this guy, get our 2 encounters, then take on the gym. Imagine we get an Abra as our encounter here. That would just be chef's kiss. Okay. Well, we already know. It has Bite, Wrap, and Poison Sting, so we just go straight to Ivysaur and Leer, but not too worried about that because its physical attacks are base 20 power. So even with a Leer, it's not doing anything. If Bite was physical, maybe, but good old early gen games. Alright. There's one down, one to go. Keep leveling him up. I don't think it gets a flying move till it evolves. I may be completely wrong there, but I think it still only has Leech Life and Astonish. Because... let's spread some experience around a little bit. Oh, and Supersonic, but since we're just swapping out, we don't even need to worry about that. We're just spreading the levels. Okay. Alright. Yep, that way offsets. I was like, does that do more than we're healing? Barely, but we'll be alright. Another crit. Well, thankfully it did not do more. Because we have like 0 defense. And then we crit them right back, so absolutely we'll take that. Okay, well, let's get this encounter. Weedle. We don't have one already, so that is our encounter. Alright. We'll rock out with a Weedle, I guess. Guess we'll Vine Whip. It's quad resisted, so... okay. Don't think we'll add it to the team because, again, it's the same problem of another poison type. Don't want to keep compounding our one weakness. We'll catch it for dupes later on. And there we go. Well, is the name raider in this town? I know I'm supposed to nickname him. Yeah. Should have nicknamed it after one of y'all, but on the bright side, now no one needs to be named after a Weedle. We can catch a more powerful encounter to name people after. Do this fight. Make our way up and get our next encounter. Perfect lead to level up Mankey. I was gonna say that's gonna hurt, because Mankey has 0 defense. Alright. Know exactly what to do with Ekans. Swap her right out to Venusaur. Nope, not Venusaur, Ivysaur. And Leech Seed Tackle. Just slowly whittle them down. We don't need to worry about poison or any of that tomfoolery. Getting too old. Neck's cracking like that. Just from sitting for an hour. I think there's anyone we need to fight. We'll fight him. Because this will be good for Mankey and Ivysaur. Or not, it'll be a fighting type. And we'll maybe get Hoop leveled up to the cap. Just in case, against Misty, we need to just swap in and clean up with a quick attack. Might as well be at the level cap. Now this will go to Ivysaur 4. I was kind of hoping it would be an Onix just because I think it gives a lot more experience. But we'll take it. Go. And Hoop is officially at the level cap. So, I'll grab this encounter, then probably fight Misty just to get a higher level cap available to us. Not going to catch it because we did just catch one, so dupes. Just getting some last minute levels. Well, not levels, but experience. While we're in the fight already, might as well, right? Now, I don't hate that. I mean, we do already have Ivysaur. And it's another poison type. But Oddish is always a good mon. So I don't mind catching it. And we have Vileplume Dude in the chat. So, I mean, gotta represent. Go for another tackle, and then probably start throwing balls. And... oh, not what I wanted to do. Do that. It should just catch. There we go. Knock on wood, if we ever do lose our Ivysaur, at least we have a backup now. Alright, and let's go fight Misty. Make sure we throw Ivysaur in the front. We could do more like leveling up before fighting Misty for some of our mons, but worst case scenario, we get into a bad situation and can't use our Pidgeotto or someone just because they're over leveled. And we end up losing someone, so it's like, let's just advance the level cap, then do all those fights. Alright, in the gym, we can't leave, and we've got to fight everyone in here. Which again, I don't think will be an issue. I think we just Vine Whip everything. And that should pretty much take care of it. Without much headache. Now the downside, I don't want to get over leveled before fighting Misty, but there's only one more trainer, thankfully. So we should be going into Misty right at the level cap. Because that would be tragic. Welcome in, King Pie. Welcome in. It's going well. We unfortunately lost our first Mon to a crit in the rival battle. But about to take down Misty. And keep going there. Let's just go ahead and tackle. Just on the off chance. Well, I was like, tackle will kill it. Save the PP. Just in case, I don't really know what for. Team Squirtle. Honestly, solid second choice. I think Squirtle is my second favorite starter overall. So, very much on board with Squirtle. My brain could form a sentence. Very much on board with getting Squirtle as well. I got in Legend ZA, I got Squirtle because I got Meganium as my first starter, so I was like, I'll go Water one, mix it up. And late game, I was just one-shotting everything with Hydro Pump. It might have been based. Might have died to a crit Ember from the rival. But welcome in, Myth. Welcome in. Hope you've had a great Monday so far. Yup, based the Zubat was our first loss. Never liked leveling up Magikarp. I wish Gyarados was better, but it has like no special attack. And all water is special, and it gets no stab flying. So it's like, it's not great. I mean, it's still a really hard hitter. But just kind of gets done dirty by his moveset and the physical special split. Alright, that is Misty done. Yep, just immediately over that. But yes, we have a very bad fire weakness. And our only like counter is just stab from Pidgeotto. For now, I mean, we're about to get the fishing rod in the next town and get water and most likely catch a Diglett. Gen 4. Yeah, just because it, I don't know. The split for the attacks is I think, kind of needed. Because, I mean, think about Gengar. One of the best ghost types in later gens. Was kind of awful early because Ghost and Poison were physical. So all his stab moves were with his really low stat. Let's throw Knight back up. And one thing I always thought was just weird with early gens was Dragon Dance. Like kind of the signature dragon setup move raises your attack when Dragon was special. So I'm just kind of like, that's kind of a little bit backwards. What level is Surge? I know the pacing can be weird. And we'll be using Ivysaur a lot. Oh good, I still have it pulled up. Level 24. So yes, we pretty much can't use Ivysaur because we'll use them on the SS Ann a lot. Persian, like OG Gen 1, Persian was ridiculously broken because the crit rate was based on speed. So you would just crit with every single slash. I think we don't have it yet. You get it from one of the professor's aides for having, I think, like 20 Mons registered in your deck. So that would have been bad. But yeah, it's like a completion reward. Let's immediately get you out of there. Because we were just coasting along, getting free levels. Life was good. And one crit quick attack almost ruins the run. Yep. It was like, oof. That was way, way too close for comfort. Feel like we don't do that. So we have Mega Punch and Mega Kick for just high normal type damage for now. Let's immediately get back and heal. I mean, we could use healing items, but no sense when just quickly dash back here. There we go. We might start less strictly following the level cap later, because I know after Erica, when you get between like Sabrina and Koga, there's like no jump in level with pretty much all the story stuff between them. So if we get a little bit over leveled from that, we might just have to play it by ear. Or fight one of them very under leveled. We'll immediately get out of there because I feel like you have confusion or something. Maybe not. There it is. Good old early game AI. Oh, against the fighting type, use Tackle. No longer super effective, that's when you use Confusion. What we need is a good special attacker with like a dark move. If like Ivysaur could learn Bite, I feel like that would be good. Because, yeah, we don't really have anything for psychic types right now. Immediately go to Venusaur. True. But the downside is it's a special move, and Rattata's special attack is unfortunate. But as we get you leveled up, you might just be the answer to psychic types and just pure damage output, because most of them are squishy. And Tackle should KO here. We don't need to worry about getting crit by a peck. Because tragic way to lose our starter. You probably do. Probably get Bite and Crunch. I don't see why they wouldn't. I know the early gen movesets don't always make sense, but I can't see Rattata, pretty much like the biting Pokemon, not getting Crunch. Or Raticate, not Rattata. Alright, there we go. Also wouldn't hate a poison type counter. I think the issue, more so I'm running into, is we don't really have any special attackers. What we could do to get really off the wall is evolve Jigglypuff and just teach it like Water Pulse and a bunch of special moves like that. Just because I think it has some special attack. Would that be the best course of action? Probably not. But it's a possibility. This guy will just be good levels for Night. Really wish we were like one level higher so we could one-shot him. But we'll make do. Slowly working through the team. We have not yet. Our cave encounter was the Zubat. And we got an Ekans, Weedle, and Oddish. So, not ideal, but, well, it's solid. We just don't have a lot of coverage, I think, is where I was going with that. This is why we're leaning heavily on kind of our 3 go-tos. That was our Weedle, unfortunately. Would have loved a Geodude over Weedle, because that would be a good flying. I did both, because it's different routes. We got Oddish here. Then Weedle there. But yeah, Weedle, not really what we needed. Even forgot to nickname Weedle, which isn't the worst because they probably won't get used because we do have so many poison types already. And it's Weedle. So. not the worst one to miss a nickname on. And if we want to follow the true Nuzlocke rules and sacrifice that encounter because we didn't nickname them, not too torn up by it. Just keep doing this. Just again, so we don't need to deal with being poisoned by him. I'm curious, what does more? Stab, but not super effective Razor Leaf. Or just Tackle. I think that. That seems to have been doing more than our tackles have been against other Ekans. Here we go. Grab this. I don't hate that. We can't, yeah. Items are okay in hardcore. Like, I know you can't heal in battle, but if you have like a berry leftovers, that does count as like playable, not cheating or breaking the rules. It's all like there's the very, very slight discoloration where there's berries. Hidden items, no. But where there's berries, there'll be like the slight discoloration. Is only way I knew there was something there. I know some hidden items, but by no means a lot. We'll just keep doing this. If it ain't broke, just keep firing them off. I don't love that we have all of the SS and. Like, you see the very, very slight dark patch. That's where berries are, like right there. Is the only way I knew there was one there. I'm not that astute to have the hidden items memorized. Alright. On the bright side, I think with all these fights, we're going to get a lot of people caught up on levels. It is in this game. I think that's another... Because you need it to find the leftovers. So it is in this game, and you need to have like a percentage of the decks completed. I guess we just stay in here. We could swap out. Actually, since it's on 1 health, we'll do this and then just quick attack and pick up the KO. That's gonna hurt a little bit. I do think we outspeed and spread the levels a little bit. I know you need the item finder for like some exclusive held items. Like you get like the Macho Brace from where Giovanni was standing. You get like the Soothe Bell from where Mr. Fuji is in the tower. You get both leftovers from the Snorlaxes. And I'm sure there's others. But you can't find the items naturally. You need the item finder. Pretty sure there's something past the walkway. I might be completely wrong. I was completely wrong. Thought there was something over here. But yeah, shows how much I remember. Okay. This was always just a weird... plot point. Of Bill just casually switching spots with a Pokemon. And like no one bats an eye. They're just like, alright, you know, just normal activities. Alright, let's grab that. Make our way on out of there. And we'll probably fight the Rocket Grunt, get our encounter, and potentially wrap things up. We'll kind of see. We could get both encounters or save the ones around Vermilion City for next time. We'll get this one at least. That's just south of here. Kind of hoping we get a Meowth. Like, I actually would not mind that at all. We'll make our way through here. Fight him. Don't remember what he has. Okay, I'm a Chop. No problems there. I know in... excuse me. I know in, like, Rad Red, this is, like, a mini-boss. So I couldn't remember if he was, like, higher leveled or something in this game or not. Again, we don't really have a psychic counter. So we're just gonna rock out with just some stab damage. And that'll just be enough. Again, not great that we're already level 22. We have all of the SSN to get through. But we'll be alright. Again, we'll just level up some other mons in the meantime. Alright, another encounter. See who we get. I mean, kind of exactly what we asked for. Who do we go to? We'll go to Ekans. I think we'll add Meowth. Oh, that might hurt. I was gonna say, we might just add Meowth straight to the team. Well, they're doing more damage than I would have thought, so we're just gonna swap on out of there. And maybe fire up like a Leech Seed or something. There's Bite, which we were looking for. I mean, it's on a Meowth, so special attack's not great. But we'll be aight. We'll name this name this SN from the comments of last video, and they always hang out as well. So we'll do that. And I think they're coming right on the team. Sorry to Metapod, but I think I know we're doubling up on normal types, but we'll be aight. Do we get an egg here in this game, or is that like just red? Yeah, we're good. We'll put Zubat here. Zubat, we didn't lose Zubat. They just went to a big farm upstate where they can run and play all day. So we totally didn't lose them. They're just at the farm, you know. No. Now we'll add a Pidgeot back. And actually yeah, you died to a crit Ember from the rival. I was like, I can swap in. I can live one Ember while like Leech Seed is going. Swap in, immediately gets crit. And it's like, well, unfortunate. Let's level up Myth some. But no, you didn't die. You're just at... We sent you to a farm where you can run and play and be happy all day. I know there's like 100 hidden items down here, but cannot be bothered. Okay, we can get an encounter here. Oh, that's solid. I wish you didn't... Is there something over here? There is. That's even more solid. Go ahead and grab an encounter. Well, not that encounter, but we'll grab a different encounter. But in the meantime, grab some experience from this. Because why not? Level up Myth a little bit. You know? Don't know why I switched to a Mankey and a flying type. Probably not the best swap, but we survived. Another Meowth. Are there any new encounters we can get here? As I keep searching for them, because like we have kind of all the early game Mons, I feel like. So there might not be any encounters we can get. That also might be completely untrue. But, guess we will see. Just kind of topping up everyone's health, because we'll start moving through the route as we're encountering. Just to get some of these trainers done. Okay. I know we normally go to Ivysaur, but we're just going to try and take care of this Weedle immediately. And hopefully they have like a level 16 Metapod or something that we can just Leech Seed and let our level 10s get, excuse me, points from. Nope. Let's rock out with Hoop though. Nope. Okay. That's alright. It's not too much experience because Weedles and Caterpies don't give much, so it's not the worst in the world. Maybe we'll get our encounter this time. An Oddish, which, well, we already have. But we'll use for experience, I guess. Okay, that did not do a lot. I know it's like 4 levels higher and we're a Rattata, but I was like, it's Stab, surely we'll do like a quarter of its health. Maybe that's just Copium, aka that's 100% Copium. Which, again, I don't think it's bad that we're having to train up our team a little bit, because our half the roster is lower levels than the wild encounters, so definitely need to get them some experience. Go ahead and fight these guys, making our way through the route. Again, I don't know if we'll be able to get an encounter here. I mean, we could. What we could do if there aren't any is just come back and fish, because I believe we get the rod in the city. We'll also run into the trouble of only fishing up Magikarps, unfortunately, but maybe we'll get a Tentacool, I don't know. Just continuing with having too many poison types on the team. Even though Tentacool is better than Gyarados in this game, in my opinion. Just keep fighting them as we go through the route. Let's see what she's got. Perfect. Go right to Night. Okay, I was about to say that might hurt. If like one of them was a crit and firing 2 quick attacks. Would be playing with fire a little bit, but let me just stay in. Now that doesn't sound fun. Hopefully we just land. And yep, don't need to deal with double teaming, because that could get old very quick. Let's see what this encounter is. Another Meowth. I was gonna say Myth was able to 2-shot it. Then we got growled. It's alright. Fight them. Probably get Pidgeotto leveled up, because assuming bug. Oh. A whole Butterfree. They finally learned how to evolve, I guess. Now that's annoying. I feel like we only need to land 1 Gust. Wait. Welcome in, Chris. Welcome in. Good morning to you. Assuming it's Tuesday, but I hope you've had a great day so far. Okay. Got very lucky with getting through paralysis and confusion there. I mean, they couldn't really do anything to us. It was more just going to be an annoying fight if we started missing everything. I do need to buy some paralyzed heals for Surge's gym. We'll try a couple more encounters, then if nothing new is showing up, we'll grab the rod and fish. Yup. Finally getting him some levels. Died to a crit. Love that. And now, I don't know the calcs, but like, it 100% mattered. It 100%. No way we, like, on par level, died to just a normal gust. I'm just not going to lose anyone else, so we're just, yep. And that one was completely avoidable, so that one's fully on me. Well, guess Myth is also getting to... You put 2 mons at this daycare? Yeah, you can, because that's like the whole point of daycare, right? So, Myth is going to the farm as well. Because we didn't lose them. Because we did not lose them. They're just going to the farm. Hopefully we don't lose any more, because you can only have 2 there. Oh no. So you can only have 1 at this daycare. I thought you could have 2. I guess. I guess Weedle. I don't know. I'm not gonna put a ton of experience into Ekans or Weedle. Just because I think there's not really any realm I keep them on the team for long. So we'll kind of focus on Meowth and Mankey for now. And did I need to run all the way back? Absolutely not. Was just trying to have them both in the daycare. That being said, Based, by the end of the series, you're going to be the highest level Zubat because you've just been in the daycare the whole time. We'll get another encounter. Again, I don't think there's anything we can get that would be new. So what we'll do is fish, get that encounter, get the Vermilion encounter. Actually, we'll get this encounter and say Vermilion and East of Vermilion for next stream. I know enough about DBZ to know the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. I don't really know much more than, like, yeah, that's where they go to just train for a long time. But I get the reference, even if I don't quite understand it. let's... feel like there could be like a Spearow on this route or things like that, but we just aren't seeing any new mons. So yeah, we're gonna resort to fishing. I mean, I doubt it, especially not with the old rod, but I would love if you could actually get like a Poliwag on this route. I'm like 99.9% sure you can't with the old rod. But like, I would love to add one of those to the team. Just keep chipping away. I only have the one switch, so no. But I also haven't looked into, like, what it actually takes to do, like... Because I think you need to, like, be local to trade between two switches. I might be completely wrong in that. Ooh, on the bright side, Meowth has pickup. That is a good mon to just have, because you'll get so many just random items. You would love to encounter Spearow, even though we don't really need one, because we've got flying covered. But we are very quickly approaching the level cap, which is unfortunate. So we're hopeful. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. We live one. I said very confidently. With zero calcs going into it. Just full confidence. Yeah, we live. Alright, there we go. Just spread that experience. Very quickly get here. Have something in my eye. It's like, I know it's allergies, like there's not actually something there, but that feeling of having something caught in your eye is one of the more annoying ones, I would say. But got that. We'll grab the old rod. We'll go and fish. Wrap things up after we most likely catch a Magikarp. Because I'm assuming that's probably all that's in this water. Again, at least for an old rod. If there's anything. Well, there we go. It lives a scratch. Barely. Probably won't be adding Magikarp to the team. I feel like there's just more useful water types to not have to struggle through switch training up to level 20. I mean, we could just for some type diversity, but not too crucial. There we go. Who else was in the stream that doesn't have a nickname? Nah, we aren't going to name anyone after a Magikarp to sit in the PC. I won't do that to anyone. So they're just going to be called Nah. But we will go ahead and wrap things up there. Next episode on Friday will be more encounters, the SS and most likely Surge as well. Unfortunately had our first deaths of the series to one very avoidable crit and one very unfortunate crit in the rival fight, but that's a Nuzlocke for you, I guess. But we will be back tomorrow with some Unite and back with FireRed, and yes, FireRed is the one I got. FireRed on Friday, but until then, hope everyone has a great rest of their evening and a great start to your Tuesday. But until next time, peace, peace.